today we are talking about the cost of doubting yourself and why it's time to choose you. This Go Online event really made me realize how much people are paralyzed in where they are in their life. That most of the time, that paralyzation, I hope is the right word, but that feeling comes from genuinely doubting your success and doubting yourself in getting there. Doubting the fact that, I can't do this. I'm not cut out for this. I might as well just stay where I'm at. Doubting yourself in the sense that, oh, can I really show up to this every single day? Do I actually have time for this? Doubting yourself, your time, your commitment. And this is the thing, you guys, is that what this Go Online event taught me is that you're never going to be ready for anything. And I'm sure anything in life, and I'm sure you can attest or feel that way with other aspects of your life. You know, if you've had children, you plan for it maybe, but even so, when it comes, you don't feel ready. When you get into a new relationship, you want it, you plan for it maybe, but then when it actually happens, you're like, am I ready for this? When you go into a new job, maybe a higher position or something that you're just, that feels a little intimidating, it's like, can I really do this? Am I ready for this? Like, we will never truly be ready for anything that life throws at us. And arguably is actually one of the more beautiful things about life, right? Is that we can experience these things always with new eyes, but the the key in being able to actually move forward in these new things is to actually choose yourself and choose yourself in the sense that you are committing to what you're committing to. You're choosing yourself by saying, okay, I'm going to choose this because I know that I can commit to this no matter what those back in the mind words that are coming up for me says. I know I can do this. I'm not going to doubt myself anymore because doubting myself has kept me here. And I say all of this to say that in the Go Online event, I noticed that. And I noticed that in a lot of calls that I get on, is that so many people are just in this paralyzed, just doubting of where they can go and what their potential looks like. So that is my topic for today. Why or what the cost is of truly doubting yourself and why it's so important for you to choose you. And I think that every yoga teacher, every wellness entrepreneur, any entrepreneur really needs to hear this. And I'm sure if you listen to entrepreneurial podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever, you'll actually see that this is a common thread, is that these people, the way that they're successful is that they don't wait, they don't doubt themselves. They go with their gut and they know what they want and they move forward towards it. Right? So with that being said, I want you to reflect for a moment and think about if you've ever found yourself holding back from putting something from your heart out there, whether it's your business, an offer, a service, right? Or maybe there was a time that you second guessed your voice in an opinion or in statement or your thinking of like, who am I to do this? Right? I want you to reflect on a time where that was very prominent for you. This is the truth about something like that. Every single time that you doubt yourself, you doubt your voice, you doubt your thinking, you doubt the actual commitment and drive that you have for what you're wanting to do, it's costing you so much more than your confidence. It's costing you time because then you're going to blink and 5 years later you still really want this, but you're in the same place. It costs you income because you could actually be making the financial means that you want, and maybe income to you or finances to you is just being able to not have to worry about paying your bills, for them to just come out automatically and know that everything is paid and that your account is flush. It's costing you that income, that possibility of that income that you're dreaming of. And more importantly, it costs you the opportunities that are laid out in front of you. When you doubt yourself and when you don't allow yourself to commit to something that you know deep in your heart that your body or your heart and your mind and your body is telling you to do. So let's start with, yeah, this is going to be a good place for us to start. Let's start with what self-doubt really does, because it doesn't just make you feel stuck in the place that you're in, it silently starts to drain your potential. So, what do I mean by that? When you doubt yourself, there are three things that happen in the body and ultimately in the mind, because these are choices that you end up making. The first thing that happens when you doubt yourself and you stay in this doubting is you delay your action. You tend to overthink instead of actually move. I hear that a lot when I get on calls, is that I need to sleep on it. I need to think about it. I fully understand that. Making a big decision in getting help for where you want to go, or any decision for that matter, it can feel like you really need to think about it. But you need to start asking yourself, if I don't do this right now, what if this is the thing that gets me where I want to go? But if you are in that self-doubt, you're not going to take action. You're going to delay that action. You're going to end up thinking about it, sleeping about it, and then all of the negativity bias is going to set in and it's going to talk you out of it, and you're going to stay stuck in the same place that you've been. Right? So that's the first thing, is that self-doubt will consistently delay you out of action. And you are just going to constantly be in a place of seeking and never actually taking the time and the action to move forward. That leads me to the next one, is because you're delaying your action, the second reason or the second thing that happens when you stay in self-doubt is that you tend to play small. You don't charge what you're worth. You settle for pretty much where you're at, even though you don't like it, whether that's financially or in a job or in a relationship or whatever. Or you tend to say yes to every little thing that comes up because you don't trust yourself to actually step into your potential, actually step into what's been calling you. So then you get super overwhelmed because you overpack your plate and you're in 50 different places at once, trying to make the smallest amount. Prime example as yoga teachers is picking up as many classes as possible, driving around to multiple different studios for $20 a class. In my opinion, that's playing small. Now, don't get me wrong, I love teaching in person still. It's still one of my favorite things. I actually just finished my comprehensive Pilates training, which was so much fun, and I got certified. That was amazing. And I genuinely I'm in love with teaching in person. It really is like just so much fun. So I do not want to negate the fact of what we feel when we get to teach in person. That is such an amazing thing. But the difference behind what I'm talking about is energetically. Energetically, you might be picking up all of these classes, not because you actually like it anymore, but because you are too much in your self-doubt to actually step into something that's been calling you. So you play small, you delay your action, and you just pick up literally anything you possibly can. And then the joy comes out of it, comes out of teaching. What are you in love with it for anymore? When you are not really connecting with the people, or you're just showing up because you picked up this class because you needed an extra $20 for gas to drive to the next studio. How are you present with your people, right? So don't play small anymore. But that's what self-doubt will do. It'll delay your action. It'll have you playing small. The third and last thing that I found self-doubt tends to do is it disconnects you from what you actually want. And this is a huge one. When you live in doubt, you're not walking in your faith. You're living in your fear. You might veer off and start walking in faith and actually see something that might help you, actually talk to somebody that might have the tools, have the resources, have the support that you need. But then you never take action because you're in delayed of action, because you have too much self-doubt, and then you tend to go back away from where you walked that was towards your calling, and you walk back onto the line of fear. Doubt is truly the thief of your calling. And most yoga teachers don't even realize that it's the one thing that's keeping you stuck. And it's not just yoga teachers, it's health and wellness professionals, it's any type of entrepreneur whether you're selling a product or a service, whatever that looks like, that is what's keeping you stuck. is the doubt is not allowing you to move forward in the things that you actually want to service to the world, right? So that's the first step of really just kind of laying all this out. What doubt, self-doubt really is. Now I want to veer into what self-doubt really costs of you, right? I don't have any comments yet, so sorry, I keep looking over here just in case. Um, so let's be honest. What is it really costing you right now? So think about it. Maybe it's costing you an opportunity for a new job or a new collaboration, right? Maybe it's costing you that idea that's been burning in your mind that you're just like, oh my God, I know that nobody is out there doing this. I just got to do it, right? Maybe it's costing you that one client that actually needs you, but never finds you because you don't step into your power and you don't, not even to just your power, you don't step out of self-doubt and step into something that you can actually start servicing the people that you want to service. And why? Because you hesitated, because of self-doubt, because it had you delay your action, it kept you feeling small, and it pulled you away from that calling. So you're missing these opportunities. That's the real cost of what self-doubt is doing to you, costing you. All of these opportunities, like, I don't know if Tiffany are on here. I know there's two people that are on here, but I'm telling you, Facebook on my computer just does not want to show me. And that's okay. But if you want to type your name in the chat so I can see who you are, that would be awesome. But if it's Tiffany, and if it's not, I'm going to share this story anyways. But she is a coach in the Empowered Collective course that we have together, and she's been doing amazing. I can't wait. I'm actually meeting with her right after this. She's been doing so good. But yeah, and also if you're interested in the Empowered Collective course, make sure you're commenting empowered. I'll get you on the phone with either me, Angelica, Tiffany, or even Tiana. We'll all talk to you and see what's possible and actually pull you out of this self-doubt. But the reason why I'm bringing Tiffany up in the first place is because she went through the Empowered course from A to Z. She launched her course and was extremely successful and is now making at least anywhere between 1,000 or maybe more a week on her low ticket offer, which has been incredible. But more importantly, if she wasn't online, she wouldn't have been able to be aligned with this incredible opportunity that she received in her hometown. And it was a teaching opportunity at a really big company, and she was able to get paid a substantial amount for just showing up and being the yoga teacher that she was showing up as online. Can you imagine if she's a hi Gail, so it's you, hey there. All right, I was like, I know I saw two people. One is probably my aunt, so hi Zanella, I love you. But if it's not, or I wasn't sure, so Gail, so nice to see you. Um, Yes. So, Tiffany, if she was not online and didn't step out of her self doubt, choose to walk in her faith and move towards the calling that she had and show up every single day for her audience in the online space, she would have never been found. This opportunity wouldn't have come up for her, right? That in and of itself is what doubt is really, really costing you. Okay, so now we know what self doubt is. We know what it's doing to you. We know that living with that self doubt is costing you so much more, right? Now, I want to talk about the shift. The shift in actually choosing you and starting to weed yourself out of whatever that self doubt spiral looks like for you in your life. Again, first step is to comment empowered so that you can get on the phone with me, Angelica, Tiffany, or Tiana so we can tell you all the reasons of why your self-doubt is keeping you small and how if you made a decision for yourself, really how possible that dream that you've been dreaming really is and actually pull you towards your calling rather than away from it. So make sure you're commenting empowered even if you're on the replay. I check this Facebook group like every week. I will connect with you and I'll send you the link directly and we'll get you on the phone. But now I want to give you that training that you're looking for, and that's the shift of choosing you. So how do you move from doubt to decision? There's 3 mindset shifts that I feel changes so much if you really, really focus on making this a priority for how you're feeling in your life. Number one, decide before you feel ready. You'll never wake up one day and be like, okay, I am ready. I'm ready to go work with those people. I am ready to step into that relationship. I am ready to have a baby. No, you're not just going to wake up one day and just suddenly feel ready. That's not how it works. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I know we did not do a live last week because we were in the Go Online event, but a couple of weeks ago, I really harped on the fact that confidence comes after action, not before. Sleeping on a decision, thinking about it, yeah, it might help you maybe just organize your life and your plans to make it fit for you, right? But it is not going to give you the confidence. Confidence comes after taking action, not before. Again, you're not going to wake up suddenly one day and be ready. You have to decide that you feel ready now. You have to decide. That's something else. I was talking to someone else in the collective court, in the Empowered Collective, and they were talking about how this was such a pivotal decision for them. They had been thinking about it for a while, and then one day at their job, it was just like it hit them like a ton of bricks, in the sense of like, you know what, this is where I draw the line. Actually, my want for more is more than the self-doubt or the imposter syndrome or the feeling small or, quite frankly, the shitty job that they were standing in. And what did they do? They made the decision. They have never felt better to start working on their dreams. It made going to that job feel that much better because they knew that when they left, they had something that was drawing them towards their calling, not away from it. Right? So that's my first thing. That's the first mindset shift. You have to change. You have to decide before you feel ready. You have to decide, this is it. This is my line in the sand. I'm doing this. My second thing, detach from perfection. I think that was actually the title of last week's video, if I'm not mistaken. But detach from perfection. So we talked about this. You don't have to be perfect when you're building your offer, when you're launching your offer, when you're posting on social media, especially. Done is always more profitable than perfect. And the world doesn't need more perfect. It needs you. Like I told you, one thing that you could really, really lose out on is the actual opportunity to service that one person that maybe actually really needs you. Because no one else can do the things that you do other than you. And there is an audience out there that will only connect with you and, quite frankly, is waiting for you. You have to detach from the perfection. Not everything is going to be perfect, especially when you are building a business on your own. Well, with the support of us when you're working with the Empowered Collective. So please make sure you comment empowered and I'll get you on the phone with us. We have like literally white glove level support. Gail, I hope you can back me up on this in the comments because she just jumped on and I'm sure she could see already the level of support that we have here. But detaching from perfection is really an important piece to building anything, right? You walk into this new relationship. It's not gonna, it might be perfect. You have your honeymoon phase in the beginning, right? It might be perfect in the beginning, but that, if that's leading to marriage and then beyond marriage, the years that come after, building a family and growing old together, none of that is ever perfect. So change that mindset now. Absolutely, 100. Thank you, Gail. Yes, so true. Our support is, in my opinion, which might be biased, but genuinely is true, super unmatched. But nonetheless, detaching from perfection, none of that, what I described, is going to be perfect. There might be moments of perfection, which is great, but you're going to work on that. And the way that you can do that and still enjoy what's in front of you is going back to the first mindset shift I told you. Just decide that this is what you want to do and let it happen. The confidence will come as you continue to take action, and you have to remember that not everything will be perfect. In a business sense, done is always more profitable than perfect. So moving to mindset number 3. Remember your why. You didn't get certified in whatever modality or movement that you're certified in to stay silent. They tell me this, and I've said this on lives before in real estate. You can't be a secret agent. You can't be a secret yoga teacher. You can't be a secret health coach. You can't be a secret Pilates instructor. You can't stay silent. Why did you even do it if you're not going to use it? And if you are using it, why are you using it in a way that is keeping you small and that is tiring you out by driving all over town for $20 a class, if that's your story? Right? You got certified. You spent thousands of dollars to help people, to heal them, to help them move, to give them mind-body connection, to help them grow. Every single time that you step forward, someone else gets permission to do the same. So if you step forward into this and actually decide this, then you're going to get connected with that one person that really needed you, and you gave them the permission to say yes to themselves to work with you so that they can get the service or transformation that you've been wanting to give in the first place and they've been looking for in the first place. It's a ripple effect. When you start saying yes to yourself, doors open that fear could never unlock. I made this note because I heard it in a podcast, but forgive me because I truly cannot remember where it came from or what podcast it was. I was like on a podcast kick last week. But when you start saying yes to yourself, doors open that fear could never unlock. So why stay stuck in the fear? Right? So let's recap. The shift in choosing you. There are 3 mindset shifts that are crucial that will change everything for you. The first one we went over, decide that you feel ready now. Don't wait, don't think about it. Just decide that you feel ready now. The confidence will come with the action that you take. 2, detach from perfection. Detach from the outcome. Just know that what you're doing in this very moment, that little bit that you're moving the needle forward, is enough to get yourself where you want to go. For now, at the very least, right? 3, remember your why. Why are you doing this? What is the transformation that you want to service for these people? Maybe write it down. Put it on a sticky note next to your computer or on your bathroom mirror. Remind yourself of what you're doing and why you're doing it. These mindset shifts is exactly what's going to open the doors that you feel like have not been opened. And they haven't been because you've been in self-doubt. You've been in a place of just, this is my life. I'm not good enough for anything else. And even if I did put myself in front of something or someone that had the solutions for me, I am too afraid or too in my self-doubt to actually take the step into the door that is literally open in front of me. I would rather be in this place and then blink and 5 years later still be in this place and then looking for somebody else to help me. That doesn't sound very good. So if you want the help, make sure, please, that you are commenting empowered. We seriously care for every single one of you, and all we want is your success because we know what that looks like, being literally crazy, or not crazy, being driving all over town like a crazy yoga teacher trying to just make ends meet. We don't want that for you anymore. You spent thousands of dollars on your certifications for something. Put it to use in the way that feels aligned with your dreams and the transformation you want to give these people. Okay, so I do have a challenge for you this week. I thought I would bring that to the table on the lives. I'm going to maybe I'll just post it in the main thread of the group. So if you watch on the replay, then make sure you look at the most recent post. Actually, no, I'll comment it on this on the replay so that everybody can see it. But I want you to do one thing this week that you've been avoiding because of doubt. Do one thing this week that you've been avoiding because of doubt. Maybe it's to post the content. Maybe it's to go live. Maybe somebody reached out to you for a private, or somebody reached out to you for an energy session or something that you know you've been wanting to create, but you haven't stepped into it. And because you haven't stepped into it and actually created anything with it, you've been putting that on the back burner to respond to that client. Reach out to them. Maybe they talked about it when you guys had coffee one day. Reach out to them. Hey, I'm actually going to be working on this soon. Is this something you're still interested in? And finally, maybe just put yourself out there a little bit more. And this is a challenge for me as well. So do one thing that you've been avoiding because of doubt this week. One thing. And then I want you guys to come back to this video and comment what that is. What did you do? What did you say yes to yourself for? And let's just kind of cheer each other on. Yeah? For the two people that are still here? Gail already did it. She said yes to herself. Yes, Gail, I am so proud of you. So, so proud of you. I think you said you were going to be in Florida. You are in Florida? Because you just sold your house, right? I'm looking off to the side because that's where you're commenting. Anyhow, I hope that you're having the best time wherever you are. I think I have you on the schedule soon. So, anyways, that is my live today, talking all about self-doubt. I hope that this spoke to you in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna make that or put that challenge in the comments below this video. So do one thing that pulls you out of self-doubt that you've been avoiding. Just got back from Florida. All right, I was right. I love it. Yeah, I'm going to put that in the comments. And then throughout this next week, I will remind you. Come back to this video and tell me the one thing that you did that pulled you out of self-doubt, or something that you've been avoiding because of that self-doubt. And let's hype each other up and get it going. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Yeah, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Bye.